Hello dear students, welcome once again. This is Dr.Jyoti Shegokar and you are welcome in the channel of Chemistry in Engineering. Guys, our today's topic of discussion is acid rain, which is a well known and very important and interesting topic because it is very much familiar with us. Now, acid rain is nothing but one of the environmental challenge. It included in pollution, air pollution, water pollution or soil pollution. Now, when it rains, it must be plentiful. It must be very much already we always just eager to get the rain, but when it is manipulated with different type of gases or acids, it becomes acid rain, and it happens due to some anthropogenic, some industrial activities by the human beings. Now that concept today we are going to study in detail. It includes concept, causes, effects and control measures. It must be studied very systematically, and for that today's attempt is there. Now in concept, when the different type of gases like oxides of sulfur, oxides of nitrogen, then chlorine, when they are evolved into the atmosphere, they will dissolve with the water, because we know that water is an universal solvent. So number of gases which are there during raining get dissolved in that water and forms their respective acids, and when it rains and gets fall on the ground, it is there as a solid precipitate of that acid, and now it is called as an acid rain. Generally from the source of the acid rain, that is wherever there is industries or from where the gases are evolved, up to the length of 100 kilometers there is a possibility of acid rain. That means up to the radius of 100 kilometers of that particular source. We can imagine how harmful it is. So this is called as a acid rain. Generally the acidity, it is measured in pH. Now pH is of acid is, we know that it is having one arbitrary scale, and that scale, in that scale 7 is a neutral pH. When it is less than 7, it is considered as acidic pH. So 7 to 0 is acidic pH. Now generally the water which is raining or during raining, when water it is there, it is having its pH 5.6. It is because the gases like carbon dioxide present that get dissolved in that water, and it will form the carbonic type of acid which is harmful. But it is having its pH up to 5.6, then it is not harmful. So carbonic acid is generally present in the water and it shows its pH 5.6. Now why this pH is required? It is required because when it rains, that water falls on the ground, and on the ground number of type of minerals or salts which are present, and that get dissolved in that water, and that water should become a proper solvent to it. Wherever it is required, then it is to be just reached up to that place. So in this way, that acidity of the water is required up to 5.6. I hope that you all understood this particular point. But when that acidity is decreases, means acidity will increases, pH will decreases than 5.6, it becomes harmful, and that is converted into acid rain. So this is acid rain. Means whenever number of type of ions present in the atmosphere or environment, it is the initiation of acid rain in the environment. Okay, now this is about the concept. Now causes. Now today second is causes. Causes is nothing but the different type of sources, means from where these gases are produced or possibility of producing such a gases, that is causes. Here I already wrote, first is a fossil fuel. Fossil fuel means wherever there is a use of such type of non-renewable energy sources, fuels. Fuels, we know that fuel contains sulfur, nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen, all these elements are there, and whenever it burns with oxygen, it forms its respective gases with oxygen. Like when carbon burns, it forms carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. When sulfur burns, it forms sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide. When nitrogen burns, it forms nitrous oxide, nitrogen dioxide, like that. When there is a burning of fossil fuel, so fossil fuel, it may burn in the forest fires, it may burn in the automobiles, in trucks, buses, wherever the fossil fuels are used, which is in the form of petrol, diesel, gasoline, or any type of fossil fuel which is there. And when it is burned, it may be in the form of coal also. So when it burns, it will convert it into the different type of gases like oxides of sulfur and oxides of nitrogen, and that gases are getting evolved into the atmosphere and they are converted into their respective acid. You can see here already I have written the reactions. When water is treated with the oxides of sulfur, it will form sulfuric acid. In the same way, nitrogen will form nitric acid, chlorine will form hydrochloric acid. Now they are present in the environment harmfully in the environment in the order of H2SO4, HNO3 and HCl. Means H2SO4 is considered as the most harmful acid in as a acid rain. Okay, so fossil fuels are responsible in this way. Now second is the industrial emissions. Generally when we see in the industries or in the factories, there is a evolution of the different type of gases after the all processes like chemical industry, pharmaceutical industry, different type of textile industry, sugar industry, paper industries. From these all industries there must be the formation of or the production of different type of byproducts which are in the form of gases, and they are exhausted through the chimney into the atmosphere. So that is called as a industrial emissions. Now next is the natural sources. Natural sources is that the whenever there is a volcanoes like some different type of natural sources, means it will include some biological processes, that is also natural sources, and that will evolve different type of gases into the atmosphere. Okay, now next is the agricultural activities. It will include two type of activities. One is agricultural plants, means where there is a formation of pesticides, insecticides, as well as of the different type of fertilizers are produced in the large plants, and from that plants there is a removal of different type of gases. So it is one of the reason. And second, agricultural means wherever there is a use directly with the help of farmers, there is a directly use of different type of fertilizers or pesticides or insecticides. During that there is a removal of different type of gases and they are directly removed into the atmosphere, which are harmful. Now next is a waste disposal. Whenever there is a solid waste or liquid waste, it is disposed into the atmosphere whenever they are reduced or they are used. But remaining which is there, which is by incineration, by the process of disposal or landfills, it is there means it is removed into the atmosphere and becomes harmful to evolve such type of gases, and they are again ultimately forms the acid rains. So all these are the sources, guys. These are very important according to our study as well as according to the exam point of view. There must be written all these points with a different type of elaboration of these points. Okay, now after that, this first point was causes, then effects. What will happen by this? What are the different type of effects of this acid rain? Now first point is a corrosion, means not only for the human being, not only for the life, but also for the some non-living things it is harmful. Corrosion due to different type of this precipitate into the atmosphere, limestone, marble, some sandstone will be damaged by this acid rain. So this is an important effect. Second is a plant population will be decreased, means plant population means some different type of gases with a ozone when it is mixed with that type of acid, it becomes again more harmful. And what will happen, the plants which is there on the leaves of the plant, there are found some micro pores or micro hairs that will get damaged and that plant becomes blunt, due to which it is means mortality rate in the case of plant will be increased. In this way, it is harmful for the plants. So there must not be the acid rain. Now next is the pollute stream and lakes. Wherever lakes or stream it is there, there is a aquatic life present. And in that aquatic life, if there is a direct hammering of such type of acid, it becomes very much harmful for that life. And again, there is increase in mortality rate of the aquatic life. Here again, the same point, aquatic life will be disturbed. There is a increase in mortality rate. Then breathing problems in the human beings particularly, like bronchitis, like some lungs problems will be there due to the inhalation of that acid. Wherever the acid rain it is there and in that area if you are living, so if the inhalation of that gases occurs, it will be harmful for the human being very strongly, or we can say the harmfully. Then last is the agricultural monuments, means the monuments like Taj Mahal, that monuments can be damaged by the acid rain, and we are having a very important example of Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal had been damaged somewhere by the acid rain and it becomes yellowish wherever, means somewhere in this particular monument. So such type of that monuments can be damaged by acid rain. It is a very high type of loss for us. So these are all, and with this again number of direct and indirect effects or consequences of acid rains are there. So it must be controlled somewhere, and for that there are three different controlling processes we are going to see here. First is the reducing. What we have to reduce, as there is a first fossil fuels are produced, as there is a producing industrial emissions, that must be reduced. Means whenever in the industries there is a production of some different type of harmful gases, it must be diluted first. It must be converted into some less innocuous gases. Like sulfur dioxide is producing, it must be treated with another different type of chemicals and converted into different gases like carbon dioxide or water vapor. Whenever it will be done, there is a possibility of decreasing such type of concept of acid rain in the atmosphere. Then using sources. So use of such type of sources, there must be done that there is not higher removal of such type of gases, like agricultural activities. So use the agricultural things which are means how much it is required. Don't use more, or just minimize the quantity of that according to the requirement. And last is the using cleaner automobiles. Nowadays the renewable energy sources are there, like the solar energy, like some wind power, like some hydropower are there. So that type of fuels must be used, so that there is a no emission of such type of gases. So if there is a use of directly fossil fuel, there must be the formation of such type of gases. So don't use that type of fuels. Use generally the solar power or this type of energy. So guys, in this way, all these are the control measures. With this, again, if you know some control measures like tree plantation is there, there must be awareness on the forest, that there must not be the highest forest fire. Then proper processes of the solid waste, management of solid waste, if properly they are obeyed, it will be very much means helpful for this particular process of decreasing acid rain. So guys, here we have seen total concept of acid rain with these different points: concept, causes and effects, and control measures. In this way, we are going to study this different type of environmental challenges which are very, very important to study. So guys, thank you for watching this total video. Thank you tuning with me. If you like this video, like it, share it to the friends in these days they are requiring, and also hit the bell icon and subscribe the channel if you are new for the channel. Thank you very much.